Part of growing up and going to college is making decisions without your parents, but most don't lose their lives in the process of those decisions. 18-year-old Naomi McClendon was living a dream as a freshman over at ASU. She grew up in Kansas, an athlete, a National Merit Scholar, class president, gifted artist and musician. She even volunteered in Kenya to help children in need. Naomi made the decision to drink last weekend and lost her balance on a balcony. Her death came as a shock to her family. We want to bring in ABC 15's Katie Connor. Katie, this is so hard for parents to even understand. It's almost like we forget what we went through in college when we were there. I know you went and talked to a lot of students today. What did they say about this?
Well, it was really interesting getting their perspective on everything. The students I talked with actually say they're faced with these tough decisions on their own for the first time, and it's hard oftentimes just to make that right choice. The recent deaths of freshman Naomi McClendon and Jack Julius, who drowned in Tempe after a night of drinking, begs us to ask the bigger question. Why do kids with such bright futures drink to this excess? We took the question to ASU students. From freshmen,
and maybe in a perfect world, no one's gonna drink until they're 21, but I mean, it's college.
To seniors.
When you're underage, it is illegal.
Their answers were as individual as they are.
I don't know, it's probably just something about it's not legal.
It's not legal,
so it's like
you're gonna do it.
Kara and her friends are about to graduate. They say drinking and partying was always in the background.
If I drank and if I was underage, I would always have that fear of getting caught.
I didn't participate in that, but I did see people that did.
ASU's Code of Conduct prohibits underage drinking. If students get caught, they're enrolled in some type of a diversion program.
Coming here, I was kind of surprised to see just how much of a party school it really is.
Freshman Matt Biondo says it's not just about partying, but meeting new people in an unfamiliar place.
Around people who are a lot of times on their own for the first time, so you know, they have that freedom that they maybe didn't have.
Some students admitted they've blacked out, not because they planned to. Rather, they didn't realize their tolerance level and said yes to too many drinks. In the end, Kara and her friends say students need to understand what they're giving up for that one night of fun.
I have a scholarship, so I didn't want to get in trouble.
So you could have had a lot of plans.
Yeah.
And ASU has a policy against drinking on campus, but many of these parties happen off campus. And if a student does get cited for drinking underage or even a DUI, police won't give their name to the school. So, Katie, a lot of the students I talked with today, they just don't think they'll get really in trouble with the school in the end.
Or even if they know of the policy in the first place. Most of the time, they're more afraid of getting the ticket from officers or losing their license, something like that. Thank you, Katie. And according to the Centers for Disease Control, underage drinking, major health problem here. Alcohol is the most commonly abused drug among youth in the U.S. It's also responsible for more than 4,300 deaths each year. The CDC says people between 12 and 20 years old drink 11% of all alcohol consumed in the entire United States. On average, underage drinkers consume more drinks per occasion than adult drinkers.